What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. All right, guys, so today's video is gonna be a story time about my freshman year of college. So my freshman year of college was very like, I don't know, it was really hard. Like, there was so much like BS going on and like just pettiness, you know what I mean? I want to say like I was very like depressed and going through it my freshman year. But here's why. So I found out in like August, I think. August, yeah, I found out in like the end of July, August, that I was gonna live in a quad, y'all. So a quad is 4 girls in one room, because the dorm I lived in, the freshman dorm, you couldn't live co-ed. Like, you had to be upperclassmen to like live with like a guy or something. So anyways, so I was like mad nervous, because I'm like, whoa, like that's mad like girls, that's mad emotions, mad feelings, all this stuff. So I was like, I got in contact with one of them because she had my email, because they would like give you the person's email to like message them and be like, hey, like try to bond and stuff. So the first one that messaged me, her name was Emily. Sorry, y'all, I need to make up fake names. So her name was Emily. Then the other one, her name was Penelope. So we were like mad close, you know, like we would text all the time, you know. I really had a bond, I feel like, with Penelope more than Emily. Not like anything personal, but just because like Emily was like, you know, she was like more chill, laid back. But like me and Penelope, like we were texting every day, venting to each other, all this other stuff, blase. So anyways, before we moved in, we was like, oh, what we're gonna bring and stuff. So I brought a refrigerator and a microwave and a TV. Penelope was like, I'm gonna bring a mirror. Okay, I guess, like, that's all you're gonna bring? Like, is that really beneficial for us in the room? I mean, anyways, neither here or there. I remember my grandma was like, sounds like she's very vain. Like, seriously, like, so we moved in. I got there first, so I picked my bed. It was mad cute. Like, I was like so excited, but I was like kind of nervous. My grandma was crying so much that whole day, y'all. Like, she was crying, and I was nervous because it was like, oh my god, like I'm about to be away from home for like X amount of time, you know. So after that, Penelope showed up, and you know, I was like, oh my god, are you Penelope? And she's like, yeah, are you Naya? And then like we hugged each other, like we knew each other forever. It was so cute. So then her family came and they started doing her side of the room, because my family had left by then. And I ended up falling asleep, y'all. Like, I fell asleep right there, and they were just there like da talking. But like I was like asleep though, so I didn't care. Anyways, then after that, Emily showed up. She was the last one to get there. So when she got there, she like had like cute stuff going on, you know. She was just there by herself. I'm pretty sure she was there by herself, or maybe like her mom came for a second. She wasn't like, she didn't have a lot of help. So me and Penelope were like, oh, let's help make your bed, you know, blase. We made her bed for her. We set it up for her because we gotta feel bad, like, damn, like you don't have nobody that came with you. So the last girl, her name was Yolanda. Okay, she was cool. Like, she decorated her side of the room mad dope. Like, she had a cute little what is it called, wall decor. She had her little lights going on, you know. But from the moment she came, right, we could kind of tell like we weren't all in sync, you know. So she was part of the basketball team. She would have games all the time. Like, she was very good. And she would be out late at night. She would go party. Like, we would barely see her. And not gonna lie, like, we were kind of just like, dang, like, where is she? Like, you know, because like we just felt like, because we're living together, like we should have at least some type of like relationship, because we all talked about rules and boundaries for the room. Like, we said like no boyfriends, like no boys. Then we said like, you know, we got to check in with each other if we want to have people over. Like, it was just like, you know, little stuff like that. And we wanted her to be a part of that, so we're all on the same page. So anyways, one day, she was like with one of her best friends. Like they were really close. Like they did a basketball team together. And they would come to our room all the time. Like, you know, not saying it's a problem. They would come for like 10 minutes and then leave. But when she would come in with a friend, when Yolanda would come in with her friend was never like, hi, nice to meet you guys, I'm da-da-da. Like, no, like she just came in and she was like, you know, just there. And like, again, I don't like really have a problem with that, like her having people over, but it's like, that's rude. Like, you come in someone's room and you're not like, hi, da-da-da. Like, you know, just like common courtesy. Like, so would you just walk in my house right now and not like speak to my grandma? Like, what? So it was weird. And you know, like I said, I talked to Yolanda a lot, like when it was just us, because we had like kind of similar schedules, like, and yeah, and when I was in the room and Penelope and Emily were in class, I would see her. And I would be like, hey, like, what's up? Like, you know, I was trying to be like, because like I said, I don't like the like no talking vibe. Like, that's weird for me. You know, so she was cool. She was cool people. I loved how she dressed. She was like so like aesthetic, like 90s vibe. Like she was mad cute, you know. And like I said, she was dope at basketball. So anyways, one day when we were all in the room, it was me, not all of us, it was me, Penelope, Emily. So I had went to take a shower and we had to go to community showers, bro. So I hated it. Like I would be like this, like walking in the hall with my freaking flip-flops, like ew. So I had took a shower and I came back. And then right when I came back and I'm getting ready to get dressed, freaking Yolanda comes in with her friend and two guys. And we were just like so caught off guard. And then Penelope is like, why are all these N-word? Why are all these in here? Like all these random people. And her friend was like, they're not no random, like, who are you talking to, da-da-da. So I was like, oh my God. And then Penelope's like, nah, because like my roommate just got out the shower, there's guys in here, like, I mean, come on, like she was like, can y'all step out? And they were cool. They were like, yeah, my fault. Like they went out and stepped out. But Yolanda's friend was really teed up, like she was really mad, and she was going back and forth with Penelope, like, oh, like, but what's the problem? Like, this isn't just you guys' room, and y'all be treating Yolanda mad funny, like she be telling me about y'all. And I'm just sitting there like mad confused, like what? Like she said we all be treating her funny. Like that was not the case. Like we've been trying to like connect with her and she was not giving the energy back. So why are we gonna keep trying to, you know, nobody was rude to her. Like, so it was so weird. And Penelope was just like going at her like, I don't care, like I don't know who you think you are, this is our room, not yours, so you don't need to be in here. It was so crazy, y'all. I was like, oh my God. Me and Emily are just like, you know. And I remember I called my mom and I was telling my mom, I was like, Mom, like our roommate Yolanda brought her friend in here and she's sitting here yelling at us, talking about, oh, this isn't just your room, and she brought these two guys in the room, you know, and I just got out the shower. And my mom was on the phone screaming, y'all, like she was screaming so loud, like Penelope and Emily could hear my mom screaming, and like our beds were like a good distance, but they heard my mom like on the phone. My mom was like, you better tell that little bitch to get out your room, okay? Because how old is she? I was like, she's a junior. She's like, yeah, because we're not doing that. Like, y'all are freshmen, so she needs to get out talking crazy like that. But like I said, like her friend, because they were still in there, Yolanda's friend could hear, and they eventually stepped out and like left. But it was crazy, y'all, you know, like it was just like, come on, like what was that, you know? So eventually Yolanda moved out like a month or two later, and we were kind of just like, you know, okay, see ya. Like at the end of the day, like you were being like weird as a roommate, like, you know. And she was a Pisces, y'all, and like I'm sorry, I'm very like with Pisces. Like my best friend Sasha is a Pisces, but I'm just like, sometimes like Pisces just be like, what? Like I just be like, what is going on? Like I don't know. Besides the Zodiac sign, after that I had got a job on campus as a security desk attendant. So I worked in the hall that Yolanda's friend lived in, so I would see her all the time and I would scan her badge and stuff like that. So after that, she was like, she had came like so many times, like we kind of would always look at each other, like not no beef, but kind of like, dang, like we need to have a conversation. So then one day, like she was on the phone and it was like dead, like people were in their classes, like 230 block and all that. So she was on the phone and she came in and scanned, and I was like, hey, can we talk? And she was like, yeah. Like, it was almost like we were both like, we need to have this conversation. So she was like, I'll call you back. Like, I don't know who she's talking to. So I was like, I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. Like, you know, like, I was never mean to Yolanda. Like, I was actually really cool with her. And she's like, yeah, I apologize. Like, she told me you were the only one who was nice to her, and you would, like, check up on her, all this other stuff, you know. And I was like, I appreciate your apology. I was like, you know, because I just feel like it went to the left, and, like, you know, there wasn't much communication between all of us when it came to Yolanda. You know what I mean? So... I was choked. So yeah, guys, that's how it ended. But you know, moral of the story, if you live in on a dorm, like if you're living with other people, be courteous of like who you bring around, because like, you know, if I didn't get out the shower, like, you know, and I wasn't freaking naked in the room, then all right. I don't know if Penelope would have still popped off, I don't know, but I just feel like, you know, like, come on, like there's these random guys in here, like, whoa, like I'm a girl, like, you know, this ain't my boyfriend. So yeah, so just have courtesy, and like, you know, communication is key. Like, if you want to do something, or you want to like you know, like when you live together, it's not just you, you know, it's not just you, it's all y'all. So you need to like be more mindful of that stuff, you know. So this is to all freshmen who either started or are about to go to college. This is for all y'all, you know, because there's no need for like drama. Like, there really isn't. So stay tuned for part 2 of my freshman year, because I got a lot of stories to tell y'all.
Huh.